Hello and welcome to Unnamed Fish Game Devlog number 5. Still don't have a name. It's good to see you guys. Well, you know, see being kind of subjective. Obviously, I can't see you. Okay, that whole joke was dumb. Anyways, I'm here to show off some of the new stuff in the latest patch of Fish Game. I'm really excited to show it off. We got some cool stuff today. So, first thing you'll notice right away. Oops. Sorry, player, I didn't mean to move you. First thing you'll notice right away is these weird gray dudes with glitched out sprites on the screen. I assure you that's normal, for the most part. This game's premise isn't that normal, I guess, but you get the idea. These are actually Ash and Tori. Basically, to make a long story short, while I was creating sprites for the characters, I kind of ran into an issue where sprite sheets were getting very large, and that's just a lot of drawing. And I realized there's probably a better way to do it, since I didn't really want to skimp on the animations. So it led to the creation of this thing. This is the NPC Oversheet. It is a master class that contains a whole thing that controls what NPCs look like. Now, right now, this is default NPC. This character doesn't exist. They're just some generic-looking fish man with hair. And he exists basically just as a placeholder. Actual characters inject their sprites over it. You'll see it in a moment. But for now, let me just kind of show you what it is. Essentially, this is a big sprite sheet container that holds a bunch of sprite sheets and then animates through them. Each piece is controlled by a separate animation player, and they can play animations at the same time and also independently of each other. So any pose can be done with any of the arms, and you can even see the little outfits that come with it. The characters in game right now don't have outfits, but this will be a thing down the line. NPCs can change clothes. But as you can see, you can totally click and change each of the given animations that play and like what characters are doing. So yeah, it looks slow right now. I won't even bother to explain it. It speeds up in game. Yeah, this is pretty cool. It took me a long time to remake these, which is partially why this video took so long to come out, longer than I usually take to post these things. But I think it was worth the wait. This is really cool. It's awesome. With this new system, I'll be able to add so many more animations to the game so fast. I've already ported over all the old stuff too, so it basically looks the same in game. In fact, why don't we just go ahead and take a look at it? Perfect. So we're in game. As you can see right away, there's a new character. This is Shaylee. She's mean. That's I mean, she does other stuff too, but I would say her primary purpose is being mean to the player and littering. You'll see that in a sec too, probably. But yeah, see how the sprites, they look the same, but they're completely different from a fundamental level. They used to just be one picture that cycled, and now it's like a whole object. It's kind of complicated to explain, so I'm not really going to go into it, but just know that it works a lot better, and I will be able to add many more sprites than I used to. You can even see here, here's a fantastic example. Even though these two characters have the same animations, they actually look different because Ash's arm animations are different than the stock arm animations. And characters can totally do that. Basically, every character can have unique animations if they need to. If they don't need to, they can just reuse the stock stuff. But it's pretty cool. Some other stuff we've added right away, you'll notice, is decorations now properly align on the grid. And there's been a whole thing for it, so everything lines up and everything loads in dynamically to where it's supposed to go. Which, to be fair, I probably should have done that forever ago. I don't know why it took me so long to put it in. But hey, it's in now. Let's see here. Why don't I just go ahead and set the NPCs to eat real quick? I do have one other thing. The other reason this video is taking quite a while to come out is a new... it's a new node. It's a whole new thing to handle dialogue. So essentially, dialogue's been the thing that I've been working on and the other dev has been working on for a little whiles now. Since dialogue's a big part of our game, we really want to make sure the dialogue engine is good. And there's a couple other things in it that make it kind of complicated. It's not as easy as just slapping some UI on the screen and then saying like, ah, yeah, good idea. It took a little more work than that. You'll see it in a moment. But first things first, let's go over to the NPC body script here, and... Oh, geez, why did all of this get undone? Jeez. Am I... Oh, that's why, because I'm not in the NPC body. Forgive me. Let's go ahead and set this down to 40. 20. And we'll set this up to light. That does mean they're going to be eating a lot of food, but just bear with me for a moment. I want to show off something cool. So now NPCs will get hungry significantly faster. I mean, they still get hungry at their own rates. I've mentioned it before in previous videos of this, but all NPCs in this game have a lot of their stuff controlled by hidden stat sheets that they all run, which affect the behavior of them dynamically. For instance, Ash and Tori have a significantly higher appetite than Shaylee, so they got hungry before she did. Even when I set them to get hungry really fast, it takes her a second to decide she's hungry. Another thing I changed is food. Food and items in general have been completely rewritten to allow the player to interact with them as well. And, you know, I was sick of them only eating jam, so we added some more food. And I also added a new thing. So one of the things you do, this game is about running an arcade. You as the owner build an arcade and you have to manage it, buy new machines, take care of stuff, and that includes running maintenance. So essentially this machine over here will, like, it'll be a different thing later. It won't be that. But essentially what that means is sometimes NPCs like Shaylee over here, sometimes NPCs are not nice, and they'll just litter instead of putting their trash away like good NPCs. So, as you can see, by the way, I just finished adding this like an hour ago, so forgive me if there's no animations yet. But, yeah, this is a trash can. You can walk up to it, and the player can interact with the world. In fact, here's the best interaction so far. Come here. This is the new dialogue engine. It's amazing. NPCs load in frames and in layers. Similarly to this, you can see, similarly to how they load in pieces here, this is actually also a composite sprite that I drew. And basically what it'll do is it cycles through a bunch of different animations, facial features. It's the same as this. Right now, I don't have much conversations for Ash ready. I just have this demo one. And that's his voice, too. Each character has their own voice that they kind of play. You've seen it before in all the popular story games. This game's no different. And you can even see here, there's ability for the player to select options. Forgive the tech. It'll be better later, trust me. It works for now, but I'm planning on really cleaning this up in a future update, but this is just what I've got right now. But this is totally functional. You can interact with the characters and click options, and then the characters will respond accordingly. Like if I cancel this and I go over and talk to Ash again, start the same conversation, you can actually click a different option, and he'll respond to it. I agree with this, by the way, Ash. Well, I mean, I agree that The Office is cringe. Whatever. Anyways. So yeah. That's the reworked dialogue engine. Or I should say new. I don't know why I said reworked. Anyways, it's really cool. It was a lot of work to get it started, but it's really great. And I'm super excited for the future of it. In fact, one of the big things about the dialogue engine is like why it took so long to implement it, right? Because even though it looks simple, it's got a lot going on under the hood. Is the dialogue in this game is special. This game is predominantly story driven, and it's about learning about these characters and having like real meaningful conversations with characters. There's a lot of dialogue in the future of this game. I don't have any solid numbers yet, but there is going to just be so much dialogue. I think we're already at the length of the first Harry Potter book, and it's only going to get more from here. But essentially, the dialogue engine needs to be good. It needs to be awesome, and it's already awesome. The other dev's done an awesome job with it. He helps a lot with the stuff I'm not very good at coding, which would be a large database for digging through all the files for characters. Anyways, what I was saying is dialogue's really important to me. It's something that has always fascinated me with video games, and it's what keeps me coming back to the good games. Ignore the ghost playing that machine. I have no idea how that happened. Anyways, the dialogue is really important, and the dialogue engine in this game is particularly unique because it renders over other stuff in the game. It renders over menus, it renders over mini games, it renders over the player checking their inventory, and the game doesn't have a pause button. Like, if an NPC wants to come up and talk to you while you're in your inventory, it will render their dialogue over your inventory, much to the player's frustration. And that's an intentional feature. You can't hide from the socializing in this game. The NPCs will find you and they will talk to you. Or at least some of them will. You don't have to worry about Shaylee talking to you on purpose. But yeah, it's awesome. I'm so excited for the dialogue engine. I'm so excited to show off the other sprites and stuff the characters have. I'm sure it'll be awesome. But for now, so Tori's, her sprites are totally done. And Shaylee's sprites are most of the way done, actually, but I'm going to save those for a future update, just because I feel like it for the most part. You'll be able to see Tori's sprites in a future update. I think I'm going to try to spoil one new NPC and a group of sprites, probably per these little videos. So you'll have seen the main cast pretty soon, if they keep coming out at the rate that they do. Anyways, that's about everything I have to say today. I've mostly just spent a lot of time really polishing the systems I do have and cleaning stuff up, as opposed to adding new things, because I want the base game to be really good before I go and add a bunch of objects to it and then have to manage those as well. But things are looking up. This next update, I'm not sure what my next plan is totally, but it'll probably be a showcase of the new dialogue system with dynamic dialogue and characters being able to do lots of things at once. And I'll probably be showing off like new systems for the player, because like I want the player to be able to do more stuff than just talk to NPCs and, you know, clean up their garbage. So I'm hoping the player can have a little bit of the fun, whether the player's also playing the arcade machines, or the player's eating food, or, you know, the player gets into maybe a game of tag with an NPC. I'm not quite sure yet. But that is all for the future. Right now, I'm just going to focus on getting the dialogue engine really, really good. And then from there, I'm probably going to focus on adding some more characters and improving the systems that we do have. And that's all. See you guys.